So, dear friends, hello everyone. We promised to plant a garden this year, since last year we couldn't do it, but many of you already know that. In other videos we explained why we need to spread everything out, plow it, and so on. The most important thing is that I managed to do it before the rain. In about 3 hours the rain will probably start here, and it will last for about 3 days. So, to be continued, what will happen here? That's why, to avoid all this slush and to make sure the manure gets absorbed well into the soil, I decided to finish before the rain. I did it. By the way, as you can see, I've already cleaned everything up here. It's all done. There's just a little bit left, but it'll mix with the soil later, and you won't see any of it. There's still some ice left here, and some snow in certain spots. Basically, there's no point in breaking all of this up. But every year we clean everything up like this, and in the summer the ground here becomes nice and even. A flat area without any poop. Dear friends, take a look at what happened the day after I moved everything. To be continued. I made this huge one for our building. Now I need to make a second exhaust, and now I need to build a frame for it. As always, I still have some other old ones left, and I probably won't sand them anymore. I'll be dealing with all this stuff anyway because it will all be hidden. To be continued. To be continued. Everything is holding up, buddy, and we'll reinforce it even more later. Now we need to make sure this part, to be continued labels where everything should be is needed. We'll do everything by hand, the old-fashioned way, just like 4 years ago when I had just moved here, when there weren't really any tools yet, just a chainsaw and a shovel, well, and a hammer, that's all. To be continued. Done. Look how straight and neat it is. So neat. This is the frame we got. There's the opening right over there. You already know what the ventilation looks like. It'll be the same here. I'm just thinking now about what to cover all this with. I have an idea. To cover it with thick roofing felt. I have thick roofing felt. I'm thinking of cutting it into strips 40 cm wide along the length, so it covers the whole vent, and then staple it on. And I'm thinking that way it'll last for a while. I'm unsure how durable roofing felt is with constant temperature changes, but people use it. There are actually old wooden houses where there's only roofing felt on the roof without any slate or anything else. I remember when I was little in the village we had the same thing, just roofing felt on the roof, and that was it. For many years, since I was about 10, I used to go there. There was always roofing felt. I don't know how often my father replaced it, but there was roofing felt on the roof. I think why not use it for ventilation? Write in the comments if it's worth doing. For now, I'll wait with this.
subtitles by Dimitar Zok and Ruberi Dosikat. Let's cover these subtitles. In a couple of days, we'll remove this bedding with the cardboard because there's a mesh underneath. They hatched yesterday. There's water with honey here. For 3 days, we'll have water with honey, then we'll give them vitamins. Here's the lamp. We painted it, but that's from the last hatching. The temperature here is now 31:30, no higher, because last time we overheated the chicks. And in general, my plan is to gradually lower the temperature in about 4 days. And this time we won't have high temperatures. Because we had severe pecking due to the lack of space and because the temperature was very high. Although everywhere in the books it says the temperature should be almost 34 or 35 degrees. But in the end, it actually made things worse for our chicks. Show me, I think they're somehow tamer. Where did these chicks with black legs come from? They're also like that. Where did we get these guys from?
They're very black, really black.
Are these from Valentine or something? And what is this one we have? It looks like...
Like some kind of bullfinch, no?
Or a drum. What a strange little guy. Brown ones too. They don't freeze. Right now they're just afraid of us. Oh, look, this one is sleeping. Look, missed everything. This bedding, it's already like I used to throw them compound feed, old crushed. So today I'm already thinking, we'll set up a little feeder now, because they drink well and eat well from the floor. They're behaving really well overall. Basically, we're going to do everything the same as last time, which is feed them compound feed. The starter is just the same, honey water, then vitamins. We used Czech tonic, but this time...
It won't be so boring.
It won't be boring. We'll plant them earlier, and there won't be any heat either. Our viewers suggested the continuation in the comments. I think the first week it was almost 36. Thank God I didn't set it to 36. I left it at 32, 33, something like that. But even that was too much for our birds.
That's right.
That's how it turned out. To be continued. This time there's less feed. It's already this small, like little grains.
Yeah, last time it was bigger. Now it's already fine.
I can already see they're very active too. I might give them an egg, but only as a treat and not right now. I just don't feel like giving it. On their first day, everything they need is in the feed. These ones were on feed from the very beginning, and they're all doing well. Pecking only started because of our mistakes, otherwise they're huge and all healthy. At the hatching stage, we basically didn't have any maintenance at all. Well, I mean, with the bigger chicks, since we fed them compound feed from the start, there was no mortality at all. Up to today, they are 22 days old, already big chicks. And they hatched with us. By the way, we had eggs from suppliers, meaning people sold us the eggs. Someone wrote in the comments that the eggs were supposedly for eating, that we bought them, but that's not exactly the case. We definitely didn't buy just any eggs, we bought incubator eggs. Well, it's just that by the 5th or 6th day, there was nothing there, absolutely nothing. Those were old eggs. But all of our eggs hatched, every single one of them.
Except for 3, yeah?
Yeah, except for 3. 3 of them stopped at the hatching stage. Either they froze or something else happened. Well, I mean, they were fully developed chicks, but 3 of them stopped developing.
Lyra opened the eggs and we saw chicks inside with feathers, but they hadn't survived.
But yes, they weren't alive, so 3 out of 30, well, I think that's okay. So we checked at around the 6th or 7th day, then again on the 12th day, and then on the 18th. We didn't remove a single one of our eggs at all. Even though our rooster is old and all that, and we're not professionals, we're not fooling ourselves. And we didn't have any transportation from the chicken coop to the house either. Yes? So what about you guys? I see you all look pretty cool. This is just for a couple of days, maybe 3. Then we'll probably move them to different brooders, we'll see. Anyway, it's just for a few days. Oh, look, they're already eating. Well, you guys are quick. This one here is already a bramushka. Grown up so noisy, really. They got scared. They're even trembling. So nice. They're asking what kind of birds have such fluffy legs. These are bramushkas, just regular Brahmas. Colombian. Subtitles by Dima Torzok. They suddenly got really scared, though I don't know why. It's interesting. They're now huddled in the corner beside me.
In that corner here, in this corner.
So that's how they've grown up with us.
Yes, that's how they are now. Easy, easy, easy. That's how they've grown up with us. That's how they are. They've stopped pecking each other. They're growing their feathers just like that. That's how things are going for us. Alright, goodbye everyone. I'm letting them go now, but he's scared. Let's say goodbye to everyone. Although Bramushka is the calmest one, I'm letting them go. Oh, go on, go on, go on.